Not very often we hear Kasabian here on the Drive Time Show, and I, for one, am loving that. Great Pretender. Coastal Radio DAB. Scotty down here on Waterloo Road at the CITC. But right now we're talking to Sarah, who has the community cafe here on Waterloo Road. Sarah, a very good afternoon. How are you?
Getting there slowly.
She's getting there slowly. Now, listen, we were just talking off air there. We'll get on to the devastation that happened in February in a little while, but talk to us about your cafe. It's not just about beans on toast at the community cafe, is it?
It's not, no. It's about supporting our community, vulnerability, neurodiversity, learning needs. We support those with addictions. We give advice. We're there to listen. We are orange button trained, so suicide awareness and prevention. We look after a lot of our elderly vulnerable as well as our younger vulnerable. We've had success stories, and we've not had some stories that have been as successful as we would like, but it's nice to see light at the end of the tunnel with some of these people we work with.
This is going to sound like a really silly question. So obviously it sounds like an amazing place. How does it actually work? Do people come in, obviously have a cup of tea, a little bit of toast or something to eat, but then they're also there with your staff and they sit and talk and you're just there to listen and guide them and help them?
So our motto on the wall is arrive as a customer, leave as a friend. And we thoroughly use that. We can generally tell when somebody is not in a good way. If they come in, we can see it. So I'll take a moment to ask if they've got 5 minutes for a chat, and we'll sit and have a chat with them. We introduced the Pay It Forward board about 2 months after we took over the cafe, with a view to use that over the out-of-season period to help and support our community, but fast realised that it needed to be on all the time. And that is basically allowing people that maybe couldn't afford to get a cup of tea or something to eat to come down, get something off the board, sit and have a chat, and see if we can guide them in the right direction to support around.
Talking to you, the word that just sprung to my mind, very, very inspirational you are. Let me just say that to you. So listen, let's go to February when this devastating fire happened. It really, really hit you hard then, didn't it?
It did. So going on to the sort of the work that we were doing, it wasn't just inside the cafe, it was out of hours as well. So I was actually up at Blackpool, Victoria, with a customer who had been rushed in with suspected sepsis. We got the call at 20 to midnight. I was actually sat on the floor in A&E in a side room with my customer and his wife, not knowing what was going on. The first thing we got was, your cafe is on fire. So the thoughts going through my head is, I've turned everything off. I'm sure I have. I've then come off the phone thinking it might have been a prank. And then I got another call saying there's a fire on Waterloo Road. So I phoned my daughter and my husband. I was like, you need to get down. I think there's something going on. I've left the hospital, and as I've drove over Park Road, I could see the flames. And at that point, I was like, I've lost everything. Absolutely everything. So
Traumatic, definitely. It sounds like it. Well, fingers crossed, you can get that all sorted, hopefully, in the next coming months. Oh, wait, but you're still keeping very busy, though. You're here stood in front of me today. Overalls on, painted. What are you actually doing at the minute?
So we have managed to secure a venue for the store that was next door to us, which is a Moto Stores, the Caribbean shop. And Lola, who owns that, she wasn't as lucky. She didn't have insurance. The landlord did for the building, but Lola didn't for the business. She spent £26,000 on a refurbishment in that building, and we found her somewhere else. And the last 8 days, I have been in her new store every day, painting, moving things, hoovering, painting, trying to get things in process, with a view that we're hoping to actually open that store next Friday, 1st of May, and still located on Waterloo Road, so still within the community. And we're hoping that she'll have a really successful time.
Well, I'll say it again, inspirational and a heart of gold, you, madam. Let me tell you that, because obviously things aren't going to plan with your own cafe, but you still helping out people in and around you is absolutely amazing. Sarah, thank you so much for talking to us. I hope you all get it sorted, and here's to hopefully a better 2026.
Let's hope so. I'm not giving up. I'm going to try and get back bigger and better and keep that community spirit there. But we're always there on Facebook if people need to have a chat. I'm happy to meet up and have a chat with them.
Absolutely amazing, Sarah. Thank you very much again. Well, there you go. What a story that was, Sarah, at the community cafe. Fingers crossed we can get it sorted and get everyone back down here on Waterloo Road.
Coastal Radio DAB.